Hey everybody, I'm Matt Mason. I want to do a video today about everyday carry items, things that I carry on a regular basis and why I carry them. I think a lot of people have those items, but I want to have a reason for what I carry. I want it to make sense, and it's got to fit into my life, my lifestyle. And those items are all going to be different for you, depending on, do you live in a rural area? Do you live in an urban area? Are you working with horses? Are you working with cars? Are you working at a hospital? What is your job, and what makes sense for you to have on you? It took me some time to tailor that down to what made sense for me. Things I had carried at one point, I no longer do, and things that I didn't think were overly important, now I think are important. So I think those things shift and change. But for me, this is what makes sense for me. Cell phone. I think everybody's got a cell phone. Most people. This is a flip phone. I actually had a real flip phone for about 1.5 years. And I would go back to having just a standard flip phone that you can call and text if necessary. But we're building a house. I've been building our house for 3 years, and I'm not a builder. And so I was having to call my wife to Google stuff, to look stuff up. Is the hardware store open? How do I get to this place or that place? And it just got a little frustrating for both of us. So when Samsung came out with this bad boy, I got it. And when I'm done building the house, I'm liable to go back to a regular flip phone. But I think a phone is important. A way to get a hold of people in an emergency. They can get a hold of you. I think everybody's got one, though. Like I said, it's a wallet. I didn't realize how important a wallet was because I've never really carried one. Always carried stuff in my shirt pocket. I generally wear shirts that have a pocket in it because I'm old enough now that it doesn't look weird. So always have a shirt pocket. But this wallet I got in Las Vegas at the NFR, the National Finals Rodeo. We went to Cowboy Christmas, and they have awesome stuff there. If you've never been, you should probably go check that out because it's pretty dang awesome. For outdoor stuff, outdoor horse stuff, hunting stuff, you know, that kind of thing. But this is made by UC Leather Company. I don't know anything about them. I'm not associated with any products that I'm showing you. I don't have sponsorships with anything I'm showing you. This is just stuff I like, but it's RFID secured, which I guess means they can't, somebody can't scan your card or whatever and go buy stuff. I didn't know they could even do that. But and this got this. The selling point for me though is not the RFID. I don't know what that stands for, but the selling point for me was this sweet little button right here that you slide and your cards pop up. And I was like, yep, it's the little things. So that's a couple items. I think everybody has these. It's nothing spectacular. For me personally, a vest. I like vests. I didn't know how much I liked them until I got one. I searched for a couple years online and I would look and never ordered anything because I hate something coming and then me not liking it. And the process of trying to return something to me is, my wife's great at it. She'll order 3 or 4 shirts, try on the ones that she likes, the ones she doesn't, wraps them back up, prints the thing, sends it off. It's like it's no big deal. For me, I'd almost rather lose a finger. It's just, anyway, not to sidetrack. So I looked for a vest. Wyoming Trader Company, I believe is the name of it, had saw their stuff online, really liked it. They have a lot of concealed carry vests and jackets. So we went to Gatlinburg, and my wife and I went to Gatlinburg. It's over in East Tennessee. Went for a short vacation up in the mountains, and we went into downtown Gatlinburg. went into a store and the guy said, upstairs we got jackets and vests. I'm like, yeah, I'm going upstairs. So we did, found this, and I said, this is what I want. I've been looking at these online. I actually found a place that has them because nobody carries vests because they're not cool. They're not a hot ticket item. Not many people are going to wear a vest, especially if you're overly concerned about what you look like. I don't care what I look like. I went through a season in life when I did, but that's long gone. I dress appropriately for what works for me and what I'm comfortable in, and you should do the same. Don't worry about what people think. Fashion comes in and out, but don't get me started. So that's this. Knives are very important to me. So I love knives. I always have. They're just cool. Everybody needs a good knife. And if you don't have a reason to carry more than a knife, then don't. Don't go crazy. You know, don't go crazy. But this is a case knife. This particular one has 3 blades on it, and I use this knife every day, every single day. Now, I've got 15 to 20 of these at least. My brother gets me one for the last quite a few years. Every Christmas gets me a case pocket knife. I've got different styles and sizes and blade amounts, and this one is a XX. I don't know if that's a type of case knife or what. But I use this thing from everything to cutting hay string to cutting tags off of clothes, and use it for splinters. You can use this to trim your fingernails if you ain't got fingernail clippers. And for any guy, let me tell you, unless you're a really good guitar player, you'll not be having long fingernails. I tell guys either paint them or cut them, but don't sport them around. Ain't nobody wants to see a man in long nails. And I think every guy should carry a pocket knife. I think women should carry pocket knives. My daughter carries a pocket knife. She barrel races, and it's very important. It's important to have some. If you need something to cut, you got to cut something. And I always have this. The only time I don't have it is when somebody needs it. I'm never asked for a pocket knife until the day I forget to put it in my pants, or I put a new pair of pants on and it wasn't in them. And I feel like you look like an idiot if you don't have. You know, guys should have a pocket knife. My grandpa's had pocket knives. My dad always carried one. It's just what you do. It's what. Just man up. Get you a knife, son. So for me, I've got a fixed blade knife that I carry. This is a bull cutter. It's called a bull cutter. Originally created to castrate livestock, and you don't hurt the animal. You don't poke them where you shouldn't, because there's no point on it. So you don't have to worry about sticking something. I got this knife because we're around horses all the time. We rodeo a lot of weekends, and I just work with horses a lot. And I didn't want to be in a trailer and a horse gets spooked and pin me against the wall and not have something that I could cut the lead rope and also not take a chance on hurting the animal. My horses might not be important to anybody else, but they're very important to me, and I don't want to hurt them. I don't believe in abusing animals in any way, shape, or form. And if you do, you should get rid of your animals. So that's why I bought this knife. I can easily reach in the sheath. It's a leather sheath that goes on my belt, and I can pull this out quickly, efficiently with one hand. If I have one hand tied up or smashed or whatever, I can get this out. And then I put paracord around it. I like having paracord. It's an all-around good thing to have. It can come in handy for all kinds of stuff. You need to tie something down to your truck. You need to tie a kid that's misbehaving up. Whatever. I mean, you can use it for anything you need. And you can learn how to tie these on different videos. This is a pretty jankety tie, but it works. I melted the end of it there so it doesn't come off. And if I need some kind of rope quickly, I've got it. I've always got this knife on me. And the last knife that I carry is, if I can get it off of this belt, is a just a fixed blade knife. This is a 511 tactical, and it's got this little thing on it right here, this little bracket that goes on your belt, and as you can see, it's hard to get off your belt. And I only bought this for protection, and it was really an accident that I bought it. I went to 511 Tactical because I wanted a backpack. I wanted a concealed carry bag that I could carry with me that doesn't look tactical. A lot of guys are into that. I think the more you look tactical, the more you become a target. So the more you can just look like whatever, nobody suspects anything. Not that I fit in everywhere I go, but I don't look like I just walked off the military plane, you know. But I saw this knife in the store, and I got it, just for the purpose. I can wear it on the front of my person here on my belt, and I can reach in quickly and efficiently and take that knife out. It's got a little finger loop there. You can stick your finger in, pull that thing out, and you can take care of business. Somebody sneaks up behind you. I don't use this knife for anything other than protection. I don't cut stuff up with it. I've got other knives for that. If you're going to carry a knife like this, know how to use it. Practice with it. Practice taking it in and out so you don't hurt yourself, hurt somebody else. And should a dire situation arise, you can get it out smoothly and efficiently. Flashlight, especially in the winter months, like right now. It's not even that late and it's dark outside. At least in Tennessee it is. I think having a flashlight is important, and yes, we have them on our cell phones. But I don't always have my phone on me. And what if your cell phone battery dies because you were doing whatever you do on your phone? Carry a flashlight. Something small. I got a big one in my truck that I keep in the side door. This is a Coast, is the brand. I got this at Walmart. It's $40, $50, something like that. Not a super cheap flashlight, but not overly expensive. It came with a rechargeable battery, and I hated it. I absolutely hated it. I thought it was awesome that it had a rechargeable battery, and so I charged it up and used it, and it worked pretty good for, you know, quite a few months. And then it just I charged it and I went to use it. I hadn't used the flashlight in 10, 12 days. And I went to use it when I needed it, and it didn't have light. The battery was dead. So I threw the battery away, and it comes with this, I don't know if you call it a battery mag or what, but it comes with that to put 3 AAA batteries in. And I've never had a problem with it. And it always works. As long as you got good batteries, it always works. I haven't used this for a few days, but it's there when I need it. You lose something in your truck, something falls under it, your vehicle has a problem, you got to change a flat tire, whatever. Just keep a flashlight on you. Light stuff up sometimes. Pistol. I always carry a pistol. I didn't always, but I do now, and I think it's very important. A lot of people have their opinions on it, and you're entitled to yours. But my opinion is that every age-appropriate citizen needs to carry something for protection. Not just for the protection of yourself, but for the protection of your family and for the protection of those around you. Because my life, to me, is not extremely important, but the life of my family, the life of my wife and my kids, my friends, that's why I carry this. Because if I'm with somebody in a bad guy tries to do something, hurt my friends, family, or a place that I'm at, I will take care of the situation as needed. Now this is a Smith & Wesson. It's a 38 special. It's called an Airweight, and I bought it because my father-in-law and I were shooting, and he had one of these, and I shot it a few times and loved it, and I love revolvers. I'm obviously an old Cowboy fan, not the NFL team. I'm not a sports watcher, but I know that's a team. But I grew up on old Westerns. That's what I loved. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a cowboy or a singer or a truck driver. That was my three options. And became a singer-songwriter. And then when I grew up and got past trying to appease Nashville, I decided I was going to be myself again. And so I got horses and reverted back to what I always wanted to be as a kid. So now I get to I can't be a cowboy because I don't have cows, but I'm a wrangler. I'm a wrangler. I love horses, love working with horses. I'm getting off topic. So this gun is awesome. It's not super long range. You're not going to shoot somebody at 50 yards, but it will get you back to the truck to get your rifle. It'll do that. You can be pretty accurate at about 30, maybe 35 yards, maybe 40 if you're good. I'd say 20 to 30 is shooting pretty good. And I shoot this gun pretty regularly. It's something I practice with a lot. And if you're gonna have a gun, a few things, man. Be safe with the gun. Know how to use it. Don't be stupid. Don't be an idiot. You know, I was raised with a dad that and his dad, they were hunters, avid hunters. We grew up hunting. That's what we did. We were always around guns. And our gun cabinet growing up had the key in it because we weren't stupid enough to go take a weapon out and use it. Right? Teach your kids about gun safety and the importance of it, because this is very dangerous. You know, just teach them right. Like my kids we've got 3 and a 5-year-old, and they know this is not a toy. They don't mess with it. They don't touch it. I don't leave it laying around so they can grab hold of it easy, but if they did, they're not going to do anything with it. Anyway, enough of that. I put this little mark on here to show where the cylinder was empty. So when I load this gun, right now it's unloaded, but when I load it, I always put that empty right there on that mark. And the reason for that is if the trigger's accidentally pulled, it's not going to fire. I've got to pull the trigger twice for it to fire. So when I practice with this gun, I practice with pulling the trigger twice so that it becomes muscle memory. My father-in-law was an ex-military guy and had told me that when an emergency takes place and there's actually a situation that is an emergency where it's a you know, a dire situation, you're never going to reach your full potential in that moment. You're only going to revert back to your highest level of training. So if you have especially these items here. If you have these items, learn how to use them, practice with them, and then practice with them again. And when you think you're awesome, you're not. I'm a pretty good shot, but there's a lot that are better than me. There's a lot that are faster at getting it out, and it's something that I practice on because I don't want a situation to arise and me not be able to use what I need to. So there's an app there's probably more than one, but I got one a while back. My dad got it for me, and you can put this program on your phone, and you can clip this little device onto your barrel, whatever gun you have, and you can practice shooting in your house, dry firing, and it doesn't hurt your gun. It's not gonna hurt it, and we do that a lot here. The kids learn to shoot. My wife shoot. We all shoot just to be on the up and up. And actually, Haggard, our 5-year-old, is the best shot in our house. He's incredible. He's an incredible kid. All of our kids are incredible. They really are. And at some point, I'm going to introduce everybody, the whole family, and get them all on here and have them tell you guys about how awesome I am. But that's the stuff that I carry on a normal basis. Got to have one of these bad boys. The old school ones. I had a new one. I tried the new one. It's like a little lever, a little clip that holds the lid down, and it just sucks. It sucks. It's a Stanley. It kept stuff hot and cold until you open the lid, and then all the heat comes out, and then you're just drinking room temperature coffee. So the old school is the best way to go. You got, you unscrew the lid, whoop, pour you a cup of coffee, and you got it. Coffee's something that I enjoy a lot. I like good, strong coffee. And right now, I am, we just finished dinner, and I have this Black Rifle coffee company called Tactisquatch. And my wife got me this for Christmas, and then I've continued getting it. She got it for me because I like Sasquatches. I don't know. I think they could be real. I think they're out there somewhere. That's for another time. I got a lot of theories on things. Anyway, we're going to get in all that. Again, none of this stuff is sponsorship. Hey, the Sasquatch there on the Stanley. Nothing do I have a sponsorship with that I'm showing you here. I'm not trying to sell a product. I'm just telling you stuff that I like to have for me and my life, and what makes sense for me. And you got to figure out what makes sense for you, what works best, what gun, what knives. And it's kind of like a Bible. It's like a Bible translation. I've had guys ask in the past, what is the best Bible translation? And I would say the one you're going to read. If you ain't going to read it, it's worthless. But if you read it, then it'll help you. If you already have a gun, use that one. Learn how to use that one, and learn how to carry it, and learn how to be safe with it, and learn how to get it out when you need to, and put it away, get it out and put it away, and just practice with it. What knife do you have? That's the one you should carry. Don't go spending a fortune on new stuff. Use what you got. Make do with what you got. This isn't about trying to sell anything. This is about telling you what makes sense for me and what I like. So, I think that's about it. Hags, you got anything you want to say?
What?
You want to say anything?
Here?
Come over here.
I don't want to say.
Come here. Come over here, son.
Why?
Come here, man.
Why?
Come here. Come here, man.
Why?
So inside that camera is a whole bunch of people.
What people?
There's all kinds of them, I guess.
What people?
This is Haggard. Haggard is the best shot in our house. You remember we played the game with the shooting the gun on the phone? You remember?
Yeah.
You are the best at that. You are the best. He's going to grow up, probably be a bull rider. He does mutton busting now, and he's a tough hombre, I'm telling you. And Mom's actually gone. Mama's away from the house. Her and Ella and Waylon, our 2 older kids, they're actually in Hawaii. So we're trying to hold the fort down. We're trying to hold the fort down here, and so they went to the beach with my mom. My mom was gonna take the kids.
And I didn't see again.
Huh?
And I didn't see again.
No, you shot one time, remember? But it was hard to pull the trigger.
Dad.
So anyway, with Mama being gone, we've been having a fun time. It's something. It's
Can I put this?
Had a friend ask me how it was going since Katie and the older kids were gone, and I said, well, our house looks like it blew up, and it's about 20 degrees out, and we're going down to take care of the horses, and my kids ain't wearing socks. So that's about how it's going. But we're surviving. We're warm. We're eating good. We had spaghetti tonight. We got a basketball game tomorrow. And
I had an ice cream sandwich.
And we had ice cream sandwiches. God bless you guys. I hope this video helps you. And we'll see you soon.